Kate Yup. In 2018, a channel called Kate Yup began gaining attention online. A woman filmed herself making mukbang content, a type of videos that is quite well known on the platform, which consists of filming yourself eating astronomical quantities of food. But Kate Yup was different from other mukbang YouTubers. She always filmed herself blindfolded, barely speaks, and the food she eats, mainly consisting of fish, seafood, and honey, looks unappetizing. Then people started noticing disturbing details. In one video, her arms appear covered in bruises. In the same upload, subtitles appear on screen and random letters are capitalized for no reason. When you isolate them, they form the word SOS. A theory began to spread rapidly. Kate Yup would be held captive and forced to film these videos. A comment under the video in question attempted to prove that this theory is false. However, it was posted from Kate Yup's own account, referring to herself in the third person, further fueling suspicions. In later videos, things only get worse. The food becomes more disturbing. At one point, she eats what appears to be animal brains. In a video, you can see her lose a tooth while eating, and viewers also found the word help hidden in the same way in another video. People began trying to identify her by comparing her face to those of missing persons, but this never yielded any results. In 2019, just as this story reached its peak of attention, Kate Yup vanished completely. No more videos, no explanation. The internet feared the worst. But 3 years later, she came back. Same blindfold, same format. And to this day, no one knows what is actually happening behind those videos. Nugumu. In 2016, a strange YouTube channel began uploading videos unlike anything else on the platform. The channel is called Nugumu. Almost all the videos follow the same pattern. A black screen with a strange puppet or mannequin standing still, and a slow, distorted text-to-speech voice narrating in Japanese, layered over classical music. It resembles the shape of a horror-style VTuber. In the most well-known video, the figure introduces itself. It says its name is Nugumu, that it lives in Amagasaki, and that it wants to suck out your lifeblood. Viewers have spent years trying to decode these videos, looking for hidden messages, patterns, some kind of ARG. But even today, no one has found a single answer. Nobody knows who is behind this YouTube channel. What makes Nugumu so unsettling isn't violence or jump scares or even explicit horror. It's the complete absence of meaning. It looks like something that should make sense, but doesn't. To this day, the channel remains active. The puppet keeps talking, and nobody knows why. Alan Tutorial. In 2011, a YouTube channel began uploading videos that seemed completely pointless. The channel is called Alan Tutorial. At first glance, the concept is almost comedic. A man named Alan films himself creating tutorials for things no one would ever need help with. In his very first video, he explains how to leak on a piece of paper. Other titles include Spooky Clown Makeup Tutorial and the most well-known one, How to Pick Up a Blue Chair Off the Ground. But very quickly, something feels off. Alan speaks in a flat, almost childlike tone. His instructions are overly specific, yet completely meaningless. Watching his videos, you can't help but wonder, why would anyone need to do this? As the videos progress, he appears nervous, trembling, sometimes on the verge of tears. It becomes clear that something is wrong with him, and viewers have begun to worry about him. Alan looks like an adult, but his behavior suggests he suffers from a mental disorder or developmental disability. Over time, tutorials start to become dangerous. In one video, while applying clown makeup, he uses a knife directly on his face, seemingly unaware of the danger. In another, he repeatedly injures himself while attempting to install an air conditioner. Then, his situation worsens and becomes increasingly incomprehensible. In a video, he leaves his home entirely, wandering into the wilderness. Alan is alone, injured, and clearly deteriorating. Then, in a video titled Disc Tutorial, he appears covered in blood inside what looks like a moving shipping container. And despite his condition, he keeps filming. After that, the setting changes again. A small cramped room with only a blue table and objects arranged on it for Alan to use to create new tutorials. He now says he is forced to make these videos. It becomes clear that Alan is being held captive. It was really disturbing, and millions of viewers genuinely feared for his life. But here's the twist. Alan Tutorial is actually a work of art. Created by comedian and filmmaker Alan Resnick, the entire series was a carefully crafted performance, a horror project disguised as the most mundane content imaginable. Andrew J.Neis. On May 5, 2011, a man named Andrew J.Neis uploaded a video to YouTube. He was filming from his window. Outside, a man can be seen completely motionless, staring at Andrew without moving for several long minutes. Andrew can be heard on the phone with the police while he is filming. He mentions during the call that the man has been standing there for 30 minutes. Later that day, Andrew posted a second video providing more details, such as the fact that the man had been there for the past 3 nights. The uploads continued in the following days, filming the man still there with no word from the police. These videos reached hundreds of thousands of views and were truly convincing. People started to get really worried about Andrew. In the following days, videos continued in different contexts, such as a video showing Andrew receiving further signs from the man in question, such as a package containing a bullet and a note that read, "I think this belongs to you." But as the video series progressed, it increasingly appeared to be staged. And later, Andrew finally revealed that it was actually a horror series when he released a trailer for it on his channel. This will reassure those who were worried about him, but will also disappoint those who thought it was real. Boog731. Boog731 was a small creator running a quiet little gaming channel about the game World of Warcraft. But between his gaming videos, a series of 4 creepy videos filmed with a mobile phone were posted. These videos showed a man following him in the street, in front of his workplace, and on the train. In the titles of these videos, he refers to the man as "my stalker," and Boog731 explains through added texts that this man has been following him for months. We understand from watching the videos that the stalker's name is Gerard, and that he follows him because he wants him to be his friend. Boog731 can be seen ordering him to stop several times, but the stalker persisted. He even found his work address without ever knowing how he did it. In a video filmed on a train, Boog731 even had to ask a station staff member to intervene to stop him from continuing to follow him. Later, an update was added in the video description. Boog731 explains that after the police got involved, the man finally stopped following him and seemed to understand that he was not his friend. He also clarified that despite everything, the stalker never became physically violent, but his constant presence and persistence were enough to feel extremely threatening. Today, no one knows where this man is or what happened to him, but it is quite possible that his obsession has shifted to someone else. The Human Pet. On November 17, 2006, a YouTube channel called The Human Pet posts its first video titled, "He is Here Against His Will." In this video, a man is seen lying on a bed, his wrists and ankles bound. A masked figure approaches, unties him, then walks away. The following videos show the man in increasing distress trapped in an empty room. In one of them, titled, "My Pet Needs to Eat, Help Him," a series of texts appears, posing a question to viewers whose answer will determine whether the man will continue to live or not. Because it was 2006, in the early days of the internet, and no one had ever seen anything like this, viewers sincerely believed they were witnessing someone being held captive and that they had the power to save him. Unlike today, where this type of videos are easily identifiable as a game or an ARG, the videos continued and viewers' answers definitely influenced what happened next. But later, the video's descriptions were updated, with the creator adding a disclaimer stating that it was actually an interactive fictional horror story. The Human Pet was therefore the first fully interactive ARG entirely created on YouTube and inspired many other series of the same style.